4. Okay. Homeless.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people say, okay, you're homeless. I had a chat with somebody last week, and I said, how you doing? Then he said, where you been living? He's been living outside all winter long. I said, oh, we had a good winter. And then I said, well, you don't have to take a warm place for the summer because it's going to be warm. He said, Charles, I don't have a fixed address. Now, you have a lot of people that are homeless. They don't have a fixed address. Shouldn't these people be helped by the government in ways? Like, these people have attitude problems. It's just like me. Use me as an example. I can't live at a shelter because I'll kill somebody or somebody will kill me. My attitude, my behavior. And some people cannot live with other people, or they don't, you know. And
they don't do well with it.
And they have no help at all.
Right. And if you're a little, if you got a short fuse, the shelter's pretty close living with others.
Exactly.
I hear you. There are a couple of things.
Your alarm's not going to go off if I use that side door, is it?
I don't think so, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
A couple of the things that I think might help there. One is, a lot of times people don't get diagnosed for mental health issues, and they wind up being treated like they got an attitude problem when really there's other treatments they need. I know Brian Duplessis and I have had a lot of talk about how we can help shelter staff, so instead of turning people away, we're referring them to something positive. We can also get more money into things like community health clinics, and that touches everything from methadone to, because often there are a lot of reasons behind that. I'm not trying to diagnose you, Charles.
No, that's all right.
Generally about
it's all right. I have ADHD and I'm half Scottish, so that's my problem.
Well, the Scottish, yeah.
Yeah,
there's no treatment for that.
No, there's none.
I don't know what happened with Abel. The other thing I think we got to do is we got to increase the amount of subsidized housing, because that obviously is a solution that gives people a little bit of dignity and space on their own.
See, that's what I mean. Like, just an example. Last 48 hours, I know a female. She's in her 40s, native at that, I might add, and she got a problem at a place, and she don't have a fixed address. So she went as social assistant. They said, well, you don't have a fixed address. So she's caught in a bind. Like, she wants to work this summer, like, you know, just work, but then she needs help. But social assistant says, well, you don't have a fixed address.
That is one of the rules we're reviewing right now, and I understand people are concerned about fraud and that kind of thing.
Yeah, of course. But this person is legitimate, you know, right?
That's right. And a lot of cases, you know that, right? Yeah. So one thing we're looking at is, can we give caseworkers the discretion, the choice, to say, I've checked it out and it's okay. And so I think one problem we've had in social systems are a lot of hard and fast rules. And sometimes hard and fast rules don't meet the diversity of people who are out there. So instead of saying you can't have it, even get in the system without a fixed address, let's get people in and have a caseworker who can make decisions from there. And hopefully that's how we can rewrite the rule.
Because there's a lot of people that are not educated, and they're afraid to ask. And you know, that's
the other problem, and I don't know.
What about having outreach workers chase the street? And
that's a thought. And for instance, I know at the Meeting Place Church, that's happening a little privately. That's something we've looked at, and I don't have, to be honest, I don't have that one all figured out. But I think part of what we got to do is help a lot of people, especially the first time you ask for help on social assistance, you're already feeling embarrassed, you're feeling ashamed.
Oh, yes.
You don't dare stand up for yourself because you already feel like you're doing something wrong. And there's got to, let alone that a lot of people might have problems with literacy and other things, there's got to be a way that they have someone who they feel they can trust who's on their side. If they feel like they're getting a raw deal, because often one reason stupid decisions stand sometimes is people don't say anything.
Exactly.
And so I don't know quite how to do it. Maybe it could be outreach workers, street workers, funding places like the Meeting Place, but that's something we got to figure out.
We're going to get to that in 1 second.